Gamers, what is up, gamers? DX Online here. I'm back with another banger. I'm just gonna be talking today, like I always do, pretty much. And I wanted to talk about a situation. Not really actually talk about the situation, but talk more about this issue that I feel a lot of people online have that are kind of parasocially attached to these content creators, and I just kind of want to bring it up and remind you never to expect that these people, and try to be open-minded. And everyone can always be cringe. Everyone's capable of cringe. And I guess that's kind of what I want you to take away from this video. But I'm just going to be talking about this plague of pandering that a lot of these people that make videos and are big e-celebs, whatever, they've been doing a lot, and it's really infuriating. Now, I'm not going to be describing the entire situation that transpired or anything. I'm not going to be showing videos, not going to be going over it. If you want to know, you know how to find out. Watch a video on it. I'm not going to take time explaining it, but the very bare bones, Mudahar apologized for watching Lolly or something, or some shit that wasn't even true with his friend a couple years ago now, and everyone's kind of seeing that Mudahar is kind of just a weird friend, kind of a bad friend, a little pandering. And I wanted to talk about this because I think this is awful. Now, when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, I was friends with Mudahar. I thought Mudahar was better than this. Why would he do such a thing? I'm not talking about that. I mean this plague that has just infested the minds of these content creator people, these Twitch streamers, these people that get popular on the internet, and they just think for some reason. Now, as to why, no fucking idea. Absolutely no idea. I would never... Not to say I'm better or anything, but I am. I would never... I don't know what would go through your mind to make you pander this way. But, people do it. I guess they want to look better. They want to be redeemed in the eyes of some of these people. Because on Twitter and Reddit, some of these, maybe 3 or 4 people at most, okay? This wasn't like a giant controversy. This isn't something like everyone is really up in arms about it. Like everyone, they're like, "Well, you're a horrible person. You need to apologize," or whatever. There's probably like 3 or 4 brainwashed Twitter freaks, with neo pronouns. They want to be called a fucking helicopter or something in their bio. The exact type of people I'm talking about. I'm not gonna try to pretend. I'm not gonna try to act like those aren't the people that would be doing this, because it's the Twitter people. It is the Twitter people. That's a very vague term, but I use it sometimes. The Twitter people, it's these people that are so caught up in Twitter and all this drama on Twitter and Reddit, and trying to argue what gender politics and all this stuff that doesn't exist, because we as a society have progressed to the point where we are now creating our own societal issues instead of solving ones, because there are very few societal issues that need to actually be solved nowadays. Police brutality, absolutely one of them. Police brutality, you don't need to be a progressive liberal to see police brutality is real. That's something that I feel like most people can get behind if you want to stand against it. I'm not a big police brutality fan myself. I don't really get down with the stuff personally, but this is different. This is just like people wanting a creator, as stupid as it is, to apologize for stuff that they did years and years ago that no one thought was controversial. It might have been like they said the word retarded like 10 years ago, back when it was okay, or like iDubbbz especially did this, where he would, say the N-word a lot. I can't say it here. That might get the video a little little bit age restricted, maybe. But you know, he said the N-word a lot. He said the gay slur. You know, probably can't say that on here either. But he said those, and then he apologized for it. You know, eight or some years later, after the world had kind of forgotten, and the only people that were really actually hurt by it were these Twitter freaks that I've been, you know, I dropped. I was calling out, you know, making fun of a little bit because they deserve to be made fun of. If you think real life is like Twitter, then you're a fucking moron and you're brainwashed. And I have to just feel bad at this point. Like, you can't actually think this way, right? It's stupid, but you know, it happens. We've seen it now with Muda, you know, basically backstabbing his friend who might have watched something that was a, you know, a little edgy, a little freaky, but at the end of the day, bro, like, you watched edgy shit too back then. Let's not pretend. So I mean, the precedent that this sets, and this is kind of the issue, is that when do we stop apologizing for stuff now? Because if we're going to apologize for this, then there's probably many other instances that touch this, or, you know, are kind of close in incident, I guess, or like the events. Something has probably happened that's just as bad as this that Mudahar's done, and you know, where's the apology for that, Muda? Why don't we get an apology for all that shit that you've done? I don't get why it's just this one issue. And that's kind of the issue here, is where do you draw the line with this stuff? I really think that, you know, if you're ashamed by us doing something like that long ago, then, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely allowed to feel ashamed. If you think that's cringe or some shit, yeah, sure, you know, that's fine. But, I mean, this is just, it's just going way too fucking far, dude. Making a whole video talking about it, like 30-40 minute long video talking about it. You know, oh, my friend was watching lolly hentai. I don't want to watch lolly hentai. I don't like lolly guys. Like, it's that kind of shit, and it's just, is it really that bad? You know, it wasn't even like it wasn't even like the super lolly shit. It was like some he name drops in the video or something, but like, bro, it's so stupid. The people in it don't look 6 years old. He makes it sound like they do. I mean, it's fucking silly, dude. It really is. Like, why? I just don't get the thought process of why do you have to go and make this whole exposed video over something that happened so long ago that was, you know, people accepted it back then. Maybe it's cringe in hindsight a little bit, but like, damn, dude, that's a fucking real big overreaction. And you know, Muda was just the most recent example of this. There's a lot of them though. I feel like every YouTuber that is somewhat big, or every popular streamer, eventually succumbs to this pandering shit because people get mad at them. They can't stand by their own views. They're cowards. All of them are. They are all cowards. Asmongold is also included in this. Asmongold, you know, said some shit about Palestine where he was like, I don't feel bad. Genocide's baked into their laws. They're an inferior culture to what I live in. And personally, I don't care. That's basically what he was saying. And, you know, Twitter didn't like that. And to be fair, it was more than Twitter that didn't like that. A lot of people thought that take was really cringe, kind of close-minded, but, you know, whatever. I'm not here to rate the takes, but it's probably like a 7 out of 10 take. And, you know, basically, he had to apologize. He had to get on a camera and, oh, I'm gonna be discussing my Twitch ban. I'm sorry, you know, I don't stand by any of that. I shouldn't have said it. And it's like, bro, why are you all cowards? You all are absolute fucking cowards. All of you. You can't even stand by your own opinions because you get flamed when you actually speak the truth. And every day, it's just like the internet gets closer to this dictatorship dystopia, you know, where we have to censor everything that we say if it's a little bit problematic. And I'm so tired of that shit, man. That's retarded. I'm not gonna stand by that. You know, if the normie audience, the casuals, if they found this video and heard me say the word retarded, or, you know, say that I don't really entirely think Asmongold's take is like the worst thing ever, they'd flip their shit, you know? Obviously, they'd lose their mind. They'd try to cancel me. I have face videos on here, so they'd send them to, you know, future colleges and try to get me not accepted into a college. And, you know, I'm not stupid. I'm a young lad, though. I'm an adult. And I'm aware that that shit can be used against me, but I don't really say anything that would be super, super radical on here anyways. But to the normie that uses Twitter and is brainwashed and is a freak, you know, all that shit. And I'm being kind of harsh, but you need to be, because these people can't see reason and they think that the entire world is Twitter, and it's not. They would 100% try to ruin my future. And a comment actually said this one time. They said at one point I might have to delete this channel if I want to go into college and do all that shit. And, you know, I might, but I'm not going to go down. I'm not going to take this channel down unless I absolutely 100% without question have to, because I'm not and again, maybe it's because I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't have a big audience watching me. But I don't see how you could fold into this pressure so badly, like what Asmongold and Mutahar are doing, with just apologizing for stuff that just either doesn't matter or an opinion that people deemed was wrong and they had to apologize for, which I think is shameful. I think it's cowardly, and I think if you say something like Asmongold said and you agree with it, which watched his apology, he definitely does still agree with it, no matter what he tries to say. He can't change his opinion that quick. Then I think you should stand by it. But, you know, of course, everyone's a coward this day and age. No one can actually say what they want without getting some sort of backlash from people on the internet who, you know, want them dead or want them gone, or they want everything to be sanitized. They want everything to be the same. And that's depressing. You know, that really is. It's kind of sad, because as I grew older, like I said, I'm a young lad. All right, I'm a young strapping lad. And as I grow older, it's like the internet is just slowly getting more and more sanitized, and at the end of the day, kind of controlling as to what content can be, you know, shown. I'm not talking like illegal content. I'm just talking like basic opinions and stuff, and like what people think, what people are showing. Opinions about video games now, like Dragon Age the Veilguard, woke bullshit game, awful. Prioritizes DEI more than story. But, you know, if you say that nowadays, probably, for the most part, now this is... Dragon Age the Veilguard is kind of so bad that anyone can dunk on it, but, you know, there is still a minority of people that are a part of this group that will be like, oh, you're making fun of my game, this isn't cool, and they're gonna cry about it and whatever. And I think it's really sad. I think that it's... wow. Just... why do we have to be parasocial with some of these people? And that's another point. That's another point of this rant. I almost said porn there. I didn't mean to say porn. My bad. This is another point of this rant, though. We're getting parasocial, bro. Why are we? Why do we think that we know these people that we've never met before? They live online in a room and produce videos, and we think that they're our best friends because Moist Critical talks about drama in his daily uploads. Like, I don't get it, bro. They aren't your friend. You don't know them. They could be awful in real life. They really could. I'm not saying I don't think Critical's like an awful guy in real life, but then again, I don't know. A lot of these people, it's like you people act like you know them, and then you get surprised when they do something that's retarded, and you're like, why would they do that? They don't seem like that type of person. Well, guess what, dipshit? They don't seem like that type of person because you don't know them. So, it's just awful. And I'm 100% not ever going to be a big YouTuber. I'm probably never going to get past 1,000 subs. I'm going to be real. My content is dog shit, and I'm aware that it's dog shit, but I kind of just like recording and speaking into a mic with some gameplay in the background and uploading it. I like talking to you guys in the comments section. I almost said you people again. I do like talking to you people in the comments section, though. We can get some discussions going, you know, it's nice, and, yeah, it's chill. So, you know, if I ever do get big, though, again, this is a 100% the biggest if in the world, because I never plan on it. If I do, then maybe I'll see things differently. Maybe after I get like a couple thousand subscribers, if I ever do, maybe I'll see things differently. Be like, wow, the pressure is a lot. If I say something or do something shitty, the pressure is a lot, and I need to apologize. You know, I need to. I feel that it's right. Maybe I'll feel that way, but I don't think I will, because pandering to people like this is, honestly, to me, and I've been around the internet for a long time. I've been around. I see reactions to people. I see what people think. Honestly, pandering can only make it worse. I feel like the majority of people aren't stupid on here. A lot of them are, but I don't feel like the majority are these Twitter people, you know, that I was talking about earlier. I don't really think that they are. I think most sensible people on this platform, if, you know, you're Mutahar apologizing about something, you know, trying to pander, make everyone happy, I feel like most people would call you out, or at least be somewhat disappointed, and I feel like it would only really do bad to your reputation. I don't really see any positives to it. I haven't yet, and I don't think that I will. And I just don't, I don't see why you do it. It really doesn't make sense, because it's like you're killing a part of your audience a little bit. The sensible people, in order to please these zombies, these fucking soulless husks, or just these people that get offended about everything. And at the end of the day, why would you even want those people in your audience? So, yeah, I guess that's about the end of this rant. This was a pretty long one. It was 17 minutes. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. This was a pretty long rant, you know, but I stand by everything I said in this video, and I want you guys to know, if you've watched it to this point in the video, I love you, by the way, but I want you guys to know that I won't be deleting this video. I won't be deleting anything. I don't care. I get it. You know, but if my videos that are kind of controversial or anything, or I say something that I will probably still agree with, my opinions only really change after a long period of time, after I experience something new, or, you know, my life goes on as it always does. If one of these videos, or one of these types of videos, gets removed or deleted, then know that that's not the real me, guys. That's just the brainwashed zombie in me that has to appeal to the cultish, not even masses, because they're not masses. They're very minority people that speak on this, but I guess their voice is so strong to people like Mutahar that he needs to respond to it and make it a big deal. So if that ever happens, if one of these videos ever gets deleted, then just stop watching me, because I won't be me at that point, you know? My entire channel so far has been opinion-based, everything. I say some shit that might get me into some trouble later in life, but, you know, who's really counting? Who really cares? And, yeah, I guess if my videos ever go MIA, stop watching, because that's not me. That's not what I'm about, boys. But, yeah, if you enjoyed this rant, I'm sure probably, like, maybe one of you did. If you watched it to this point, I love you. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next video. I'm going to play some Katamari Damacy right now. It's a hell of a lot of fun. And, yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.